I'm Keva Walton, SVP with the Charlotte Chamber of Commerce, and we're here this afternoon with our President and CEO, Bob Morgan. And Bob, our members, in talking with our members, they really want to understand better HB2, our position. Can you talk a little bit, help our members understand why we have the position we have and the results of that?
Keva, we oppose discrimination of all forms. We embrace the idea that Charlotte is a city that promotes our diversity, our inclusiveness, equality. These are all values that give us a competitive advantage from an economic development perspective. Since the city passed the non-discrimination ordinance, since the state responded by passing House Bill 2, we've got three challenges we're dealing with. One, we have fewer protections in place against discrimination for all the citizens of North Carolina. That's a problem. We have economic loss, and we have the risk of further economic loss if we don't do something to find a solution. And third, we have incredible damage to the perception of Charlotte and North Carolina, a perception that's not the reality, certainly, of who we are and who we aspire to be. And so while the short session is in, we're calling on leaders at the city and state level to help us make some progress toward a solution.
Excellent, thank you. So Bob, we as a chamber have experienced a great deal of criticism in the media for our position not to call for repeal. Talk a little bit about that and what that means and how we work through that.
So we made a tactical decision early on. We want to see protections extended to the LGBT community. We want to see protections against discrimination restored to all citizens in North Carolina.
Yes.
Those who've called for repeal, we respect their voice, and yet they are not at the table helping to try to broker some kind of progress between the city of Charlotte and the state of North Carolina. And we are at the table, and Ned Curran, our chair, has spoken very eloquently in a recent press conference and elsewhere about how we are creating dialogue between the city and the state, continuing to push both for some positive step in the right direction.
Right. Well, and we started this conversation, and we are a member organization. Talk about the member a little bit, and particularly how do they get informed and engaged and help us move towards solution?
Keva, there's so much noise and confusion around the issue. We need for our members to be informed.
Yes.
We'd like to help them do that. If they go to our website, www.charlottechamber.com, they can find copies of the city's ordinance, copies of House Bill 2. They can find explanations by each of the respective bodies about the two, recent news articles. They can read statements that we have put out as a Chamber of Commerce through our executive committee over the past several weeks. There was a press conference recently in which Ned Curran, our chair in 2016, and myself spoke at length about these issues. Ned, very eloquently. I would encourage all of our members who can find the time to watch that press conference.
Excellent. So Bob, we are a member organization. What can our members do in this conversation? What should they be doing and thinking about?
Keva, you're a broken record asking that question sometimes,
Yes,
but that's
thank
your
you.
job, and appreciate that. We need our members to do a couple of things. If they go to that website, go to our website and the page dedicated to this issue, there's a survey they can take. We need to continually hear from our members. How is this impacting their business? How can they best receive information to stay informed? What are their thoughts in informing the chamber and our approach? We need advocacy. We still have an opportunity while the short session is in, likely through the middle or end of June, to ask our elected officials at the Charlotte City Council, to ask our elected members of the North Carolina Legislature to help us find a solution toward progress. You can go on our website. There's a list of city council members. There's a list of members of the Mecklenburg Legislative Delegation. Call them, tell them that we need their leadership in working toward progress to address the challenges we face from this.
Excellent. And as we work through that, it's important for our members to know that we remain a chamber that remains open, growing the economy, serving as a voice for business, and delivering innovative programs and services. So
Keva, let me turn the tables on you. Tell
great.
us some of the things that are ongoing,
Excellent,
notwithstanding all of this discussion.
Yeah, it's important, and as Bob pointed out, do visit charlottechamber.com, and I think certainly our YP Awards, we'll launch our Power of Women series this summer. Our chapters are fully engaged, all 7, with a robust agenda of meaty topics and substantive information. So visit charlottechamber.com and you'll gain a full picture of all that we're doing. But those are some of the things coming up this summer.
And I would add to that, our economic development team is
Yes.
very busy trying
Yes.
to bring additional jobs and investment to the economy. Our public policy team focused not just on this issue, but in fact there are city, county, and state budgets being put together, and a lot of consequential issues that affect our growth and our future as a community.
So Bob, clearly we've got a lot going on. We're managing the organization. We're working through a very difficult situation for our city and our state, and indeed for the country. How do you balance all of this and keep it in perspective?
Keva, we still live and work in Charlotte. In Charlotte, if you have to have a product to sell, I don't know where there's a better city to sell. We are a city that does embrace and promote diversity, inclusiveness, equality. We're a city that's a great place to run a business. We get the benefit working here at the Charlotte Chamber. You and I, we work with an incredible team of staff, volunteers, members who care about this city. And wherever people are on this issue or any other, as long as we begin that we care about this city, we care about the future, good things are going to result. And so we just have to remind ourselves of that.
Excellent. Thank you for the time this afternoon to help our members understand more about HB2 and our position and our role in that conversation. And to our members, we want to thank you for your investment and continued support of your Charlotte Chamber of Commerce.